with us Pinky Parra, Assistant Division Chief at CITEM, the team behind Manila FAME. She works closely with exporters, buyers, and creative industries to bring Philippine craftsmanship to the global stage.
Hi, Cherie.
First of all, can you give us an advance preview of what we can expect from Manila FAME this year, 2025?
So this October 16 to 18 at the World Trade Center, Metro Manila, it would be the 73rd edition of Manila FAME. We've been having Manila FAME for more than 4 decades. This year, with the theme Objects of Nature, we returned to our roots, to the very basic. There's a lot of conversation now about artificial intelligence, emerging technologies, but we wanted to pause and take a step back and return to our original muse, which is nature. We are expecting to see products that are designed after forms, shapes, patterns, and textures of nature. And we would also like to highlight products that are made of natural materials. This year, we are also bringing multiple internationally renowned design personalities to be collaborators and consultants. So there's Milo Naval and Tony Gonzalez as our lead designers for the product development program. We also engaged with Global Trend Ambassador Patty Carpenter, who worked hands-on, who worked very closely with the artisans from Bohol, Quirino, and Ilocos Sur. So those are just some of the exciting things that they can anticipate in this edition of Manila FAME.
And the theme, Objects of Nature, it's very powerful, especially in the Philippines with more than 7,000 islands and the rich flora and fauna that we have, no? This really forged and bred excellent artisans using the bounty of nature. So can you share a few stories, Pinky, of some small and medium enterprises or artisans who have benefited significantly from past FAME editions, especially those who broke into export or found international exposure through the fair?
There's Aishi, which is a footwear company based in Liliu. And when they first joined Manila FAME, they got their very first export order. And it started from there. So there's a lot of humble beginnings that I've witnessed, in Manila FAME. There are also companies that could not participate on their own in the beginning. So they joined through the regional group participations, which could be, Artisans Village or, other group participations that are sponsored by the local government units. They are now able to join Manila FAME on their own. They are able to also participate in our overseas trade fairs. Some of these companies, for example, are from Quirino. Also, companies from the Western Visayas, such as De La Cruz House of Piña, that produces Nito home decor and handicrafts. So there's really a lot of stories that you would hear from the trade show.
The Artisan Village has always been my favorite part of the fair. It shows us a lot of different corners of the Philippines that otherwise people from Metro Manila hardly see or know about even, right? And in my years of being a reporter and going around the Philippines, one of the most eye-opening and fun things that I've seen are our local craftsmen. And it's so nice to see them in Manila FAME every year. Nasa notes ko na yan. Pagpunta ko sa Manila FAME, isang segment dyan sa Artisan Village. And on the flip side, Pinky, what are some of the biggest success stories naman that you've seen over the years that best capture the impact of Manila FAME?
A lot of designers that are now known internationally started in Manila FAME. The likes of Kenneth Cobanpue started in Manila FAME. Also see Manila FAME as a launch pad, not just a trade fair for B2B, but it's also a launch pad for both small community artisans and designers to really thrive internationally. It is always a delight to hear stories of legacy, second generation, and even third generation companies. These are companies like Laron, JB Woodcraft, Shell Arts, Acento, that evolve their heritage crafts and sustain global relevance. They are able to stick to what they do best. They are able to maximize what they already have, which is a mastery in skills and specific traditional skills and techniques, and making it relevant over time.
Do we still see them, like these big names already by now, like Kenneth Cobanpue, for example, or the other people that made it through FAME? Do we still see them this year?
Yes, actually, Kenneth
Nice.
Cobanpue returned last year and is also joining again this year.
It's very inspirational, no?
yes,
Especially
it's-
for other artists to see him there.
Yes,
and others like
inspirational
him.
and aspirational, yes.
And aspirational,
So,
correct.
yeah.
From your vantage point, what is the biggest challenge in positioning Philippine craftsmanship on the global stage today?
I'm sure you know that a number of manufacturers that thrived decades ago had closed shops now, especially with the rise of China, Thailand. Design-wise, I think ours is very distinct. We have a very strong POV, if you will. We were even dubbed as the Milan of Asia back in the 90s. The biggest hurdles is in terms of scalability, meeting the demands of buyers in terms of volume and also visibility in global markets. But I think we're also seeing opportunities. So our buyer base is diversifying also. While of course, there are still manufacturers that cater to buyers of bigger bulk. You know, these are the bigger department stores, the bigger retailers, but also able to tap smaller concept stores, boutique hotels, galleries, museums who would have smaller requirements in terms of volume but would pay premium. It may take a while longer for our manufacturers or for our companies to produce them. We are seeing different shifts in the landscape. And then, as you know, there's a lot of global uncertainties, conflicts, inflation in different parts of the world, and also shifting trade dynamics. This is also why, as CITEM, we are trying to also expand our markets in terms of geographic presence. No? For example, the US has always been a strong trading partner of the Philippines when it comes to these sectors, but also see opportunities now in different parts of the world. North America is one, such as Canada. So we are looking at opportunities to expand and to provide a wider visibility and presence for our local companies.
You mentioned Canada, no? How can Filipinos abroad, especially the ones here in Canada, connect with or support Manila FAME?
In a conversation that I had with one of our commercial attachés in Europe, he mentioned the importance of Filipino diaspora in promoting Philippine products to different parts of the world. And I think Canada, with its growing number of Filipinos, it is a particularly promising market. No, Filipinos create demand and influence trends. They act as natural ambassadors. They are able to bring or bridge our cultures. And I've met many overseas Filipinos who opened businesses abroad. I have met buyers who are representatives of bigger companies abroad. So I imagine them pitching the Philippines as a potential creative hub to their counterparts or to their bosses, no, who could be property, real estate developers, involved in wholesale or retail. The Filipinos that are based overseas, they have role to play in promoting Philippine products abroad.
That's why we're also excited to bring it to them and show them more of what Manila FAME is. For a lot of Filipinos who were born here, grew up here, might not be familiar with Manila FAME. And I'm sure when they see, the level of craftsmanship, of beauty that our country and our artisans can provide, it's hard not to get excited. Thank you very much, Pinky. We're all looking forward to seeing all of this unfold when Manila FAME opens its doors on October 16, and it will run until October 18, 2025.